Okay friends, in this video I'm going to show you how to implement homework 3, especially question 2. The question, if you can see in the homework 3, there are two questions. Question 1 is related to normalization. Question 2 is related to writing a JDBC program. So the first part is to create your table in MySQL, right? So I think I have created one table in MySQL Workbench. This is MySQL Workbench. I have already started the server. I believe you must have done that. My schema name is homework 2. You can have your own schema. And within that, I have created a table called members. So I'm going to use my members table. So this is the structure of my member table. It has several columns. One of the column name is members name. So I'm going to do what? I'm going to write a JDBC program which opens up a connection with my homework 2 database schema, right? And I'm going to read all the member names from my members table and going to print it onto the standard output. So this is the assignment. So instead of the members table, you will have your own table for the assignment. So just follow the instructions in the assignment and create the table accordingly, right? So once you have the first thing first, you will create your database schema, right? And you are going to create your table for your homework 3 question 2. So whichever table you select, you are going to use that table, right? So first create the table and you add some records in your table, as I have added some records in the members table. So this is done. Once this is ready, I'm going to then show you the so this thing is ready. The first part, I created the table in MySQL and I inserted meaningful records in the table. You know how to do that, so just do that. Second thing is you're going to write a Java program to read all the data from the members table. In my case, the members table, and I'm going to display all the members name onto the standard output, right? You have to do you have to display the data from your table. So to write this Java program, I need NetBeans IDE 8.0.1, and I need a MySQL Java connector driver program. Two things I need. So okay, I'm going to in the meantime check my options. Okay, you don't have to do this. Uh, okay, sorry for the pause. Let's continue. So you are going to install NetBeans. So coming back to this. So write your JDBC program, you require NetBeans and the MySQL Java connector driver program. Where is NetBeans? I provided you the URL. Use this particular URL, right? Copy this URL into the browser. And once you do that, paste it here, sorry, paste that URL from the homework. This is the URL. Paste it in the browser. It will open this. Okay, I don't have a screen internet connection. I disabled as I'm recording, but it will open this thing like this, right? This page. Once this page is open, just select the second column Java EE and click upon the download button. It will ask you to download Java NetBeans IDE. Download that executable file, run the executable file. So I had already downloaded that executable file. I'll show you. So my executable file is here. I can always click upon this executable, execute it, and just follow the installation procedure and install NetBeans. Okay. So that done, your NetBeans is installed. I hope you understood. I'm repeating it again. When you open this page, this one, this URL which I have provided, open it in the browser, this page will be open. Select the second column from that page called Java EE, and there's a download option. Click upon download. It will download this installable file. I saved this executable file in download folder like this. Click upon it, it will start the installation. Once the installation is started, correct? I'm going to cancel the installation. Once the installation is started, follow the instruction, install it, correct? So once the installation is do the full installation. Once the installation is complete, you will have NetBeans. Okay, so I have installed it already. So you can follow the same and install it. So let's see. Once you open NetBeans, you will, let me close everything so that we can, okay, I'll close all the projects. Okay, so we are ready here, correct? I'll just open the recent project which I worked upon so that we can use that as a reference. Once you open NetBeans, this is going to be the view shown to you. You will have this project tab, this project on the left hand side, you'll have project, files, and services, and you have the editor panel here, correct? As the output window here. So what we are going to do, if this project is not open in your case, like this, let's see, project and services is closed. Okay, so in the menu there is a window menu. Select projects, open it, it will open here. Again, go to window, open services, it will be open here. Correct? These two things you require. And if the output window is closed like this, so go to window, select output, open the output window. I'm going to clear this so that we don't get misguided. Okay, so the output window is clear. Now select the project tab, and the first thing first is we are going to create our first project, right? The Java application where we are going to write our JDBC program. Select file option, a new project, right? And select Java category, Java application, click next, and give the project a name, database connection, example, homework 3, version 1. Okay, so I'm going to give this name. You can give any other name if you wish to. So this is my project name, and then I'll click finish. Rest of the thing has to remain the same. So once this is created, this is my project opened here. Project has two folders, source package and libraries. Right, in the source package there is one package created, and there is one Java program by default created for you. If you click upon this Java program, it opens here in the editor window. Right, it's a skeleton program. It only has one method. So this is my Java class. The class name is db connection example homework 3 underscore version 1. It has one method called main method. It is created for you, and within the main method you see this opening and curly braces. This is the main method. Inside my main method I'm going to write my code with the JDBC program, right? But before you do that, you need to do some couple of things. You need to add the driver, you know, in Blackboard. Along with the homework, I provided the driver program. So I downloaded the driver program here, correct? It's called mysql connector Java 5.1.23.bin. So this driver program is here. I connected it, right? I downloaded from Blackboard. I have provided this file to you, mysql connector Java bin.jar file. So just download and keep it with you. So once I'm going to add that jar file here, the mysql connector Java program, the driver program. So in the libraries folder, right click. It says add a jar. Correct. So now in downloads, I have the jar file. It's called mysql connector -java. This one, right? You have to remember where you downloaded it. Select this file, the .jar file, the Java archives. It's .jar is Java archive. Open this, and your jar file is added. So you can use all these classes, Java classes, correct, in your application now. So that's done. The next thing we have to do is select services tab, and in the services tab, okay, what I'm going to do is, one second, in services tab there's a database option. Okay, so I'm going to say database, right click, open up a new connection. Okay, and I'm going to create a new database connection with MySQL server. So first thing first, so it's a new connection wizard. This connection wizard allows you to open up a database new connection object, create a new database connection with your MySQL database, right? So the first, select the driver. The driver is, of course, my database is MySQL, so I have to use the MySQL connector driver. Select that, this thing here, click next. Okay, the default properties which will be populated in this dialog box is host, localhost, because your database server is running here on the same machine where your application is going to run. So localhost. Port number is your database usually listens on port number 3306. If you're not changed it, it's going to be 3306. MySQL uses this port number. The database name, I just showed you, my database name is homework 2 here, correct? In MySQL. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to change it. My database name is homework 2. Okay. And the username is going to be root, and I have to give my password. This is your MySQL username and password. Once you entered it, test the connection. Test is successful. You can read here, connection successful. Once it is connection is successful, you are going to use this URL. the JDBC URL. Okay, click next and click next again and finish the job. Okay, I already created that earlier. In your case, it will create and show you a successful message. So I already created that here. That's why I showed an error, because I already created previously for you. So once you click finish, it will create this connection for you, as you can see here. I expanded the connection. It shows my schema. Homework to expand the tables. It will show members. This is my member table, which I'm going to use and display the records from this table. So once our services is done, one more thing you have to take care is this icon has to be fused. It should not be broken. If it is broken, right click and select the connect option, and it will connect your object with a database, right? This connection object. Once that done, go back to the project tab, right? And in your application, expand your application. It's already expanded. Select your Java program, this one, right? I'm going to select the Java program. It's open, and I'll start writing my code here, right? Okay, so I'm going to do what? I'm just going to paste the code directly so that save time. And I'd already pre-written this code, right? So first thing first, you need couple of things here. You need to specify in your application the driver which you are going to use. Okay, so I'm going to use this driver. So I say class.forName and give the driver name in double quotes. So this forName is a method, and I'm passing the parameter here, the driver name. Class is a class. Dot is a way of calling a method, a member method of a class. So dot forName, and then I'm going to give my driver name, and then a semicolon is to terminate the statement. Once this is done, still there is an error. You can see this red line. Click upon this yellow bulb and click upon it and say surround block with try and catch. Use that option, surround block with try and catch, or use the option surround statement with try and catch. Okay, whichever is the case. So once that is done, then the next thing is I have to open up the connection with my database. Okay, so I'll use this driver manager right here. I'll use driver manager is a class name dot get connection, and I'm going to select the first method with the URL. Correct. So which URL you are going to give? The URL of your database connection object which you opened. This one, right? In the services tab, this connection which you opened, the same URL. You use the same. So what I'll do is I'll click upon here, and you can see prior to this question mark, whatever is the string, copy it prior to the question mark from the name. I'll copy this string. That's my URL, database URL, right? I'll come back to the projects again and click upon my application again. And in this method, get connection method, paste the database URL. So you have to tell where is your database, correct? So this database URL is going to be a string, so you have to enclose it within double quotes, and the ending double quote like this, and terminate the statement with a semicolon like this, correct? So get connection has only one parameter. It's called JDBC URL. And what is it? JDBC is a protocol. MySQL is a sub-protocol. Local is the database location, server location, MySQL server location. This is MySQL port number, and this is my database schema name. This has to be exactly the same as I told you. In your case, it could be different because you could have a different name. My database schema is homework 2. You could have given a different name, right? So use this accordingly, correct? And then I will say connection con is equal to this, because this will return me a connection object, right? And so this connection is a class, con is a variable name, equal to is an assignment operator, and this method is going to return me a connection object, and its pointer would be stored in this variable. Again, this yellow bulb, click upon it and surround your statement, and this statement is throwing an exception. So I do just select the option add catch clause, and it will add the new catch clause to the try, correct, like this, because I already had added a try block. So I'll just add a catch block now to it. So your error is removed. One thing done. Now the next thing what you're going to do is you're going to you have the connection object, create a statement. Say con dot, call the create statement method. Say create, okay, the empty method, create statements and home. So once I've done this, let me make some space. Con dot create statement, it will return me a statement object. Statement is a class. Statement is a class. And stmt is going to be my variable name. So create statement method will return me a statement object. Again yellow bulb, click upon it and add a import. The import is, select this import, add import for java.sql.statement. This one, select this only, java.sql.statement. Once you added that, you are ready. So your statement is created. Next thing, you have to create a query. I want to create a query string. So I'm creating a string. String is a class and query is a variable name. Equal to, I'm in double quotes and then a semicolon. In double quotes, I'm going to write my query, the select statement. Select start from members. That done. You're ready. My query is created. Now I'm going to just execute the query. So use the statement. Statement object dot execute the query. And okay, I'm passing the parameter, the query string. Semicolon. That done. Clear? This is going to return me a result set because when it will execute this query, it will return you all the member records. So by default, that collection is called as a result set. It will return your result set object, a pointer to the collection. Result set is a collection. Here in our case, it will be a collection of members, right? Because I'm querying the members table. You could be querying another table, so it will return respective records. But you will get the same object. Result set, in my case, the result set is a collection of member records. And RS is a pointer to the beginning of the collection. Okay, one more thing, yellow bulb, click upon it just once and import java.sql.resultSet class. Select this option, the same one, don't select anything else. Select this and yes, we have imported this class. We can now use it. Now I have to just print all the numbers. So, it's a collection, so I have to write a while loop. I will iterate through the while loop and print all the members till there is a record, till there are records in the collection. So I say rs.next like this. rs.next is a method. I'm passing that method as a parameter to the while like this, right? And I'm opening the curly brace and enter, and there is a closing curly brace. This is my while block. While block has one parameter, rs.next. It will return true if there is a record inside the record set. So suppose if there are 10 member records, rs points in the first time iteration of the loop, rs points to the beginning of the collection. So when you call rs.next, now the pointer moves to the first record and it will return true, and then it will go inside the while loop. In the while loop, what you're going to write? I want to print the name only. Name is a string. So I say rs dot, the name data type is varchar. In the database, we saw what is the data type of, okay, where is it? Table. The member table data type mname is the column whose value I want to print. Data type is varchar. Varchar in Java application is going to be string. So I say rs is my current record, get string. And then I'll pass the column name here as a parameter to the getString method. My column name is mname and then end with a semicolon. Now this rs.getString method will return me the name of the first member. So I'll store that name in a variable. String, name is a variable name, string is a class. String is a class, name is a variable name, equal to assignment operator. So rs.getString, it points to the first member record, then it will return me the name of the first member record. And once I get the name, I have to just print it. System.out.println, and I'll print the name. So just like C, you were using printf. Similarly here, if you want to print anything to the standard output, use a system.out.println and pass the string. It got printed. You're ready. Your program is ready. Let's just save this program. See this save button? Click upon it. It should become disabled like this. Now it is saved. And my application name is DB connection example homework 3. Click upon it, it gets selected. Now, okay, just click upon it, right click and use the build option. It will start compiling the program, and okay, this output window is here. Click upon the output window. You can see the build is successful here. Build is successful, right? You can click upon that out and keep it clicked and dock the output here like this. So you can see both the editor and the output together. So what we did, we built I'll again do it. I'll right click upon my project name and use build option. Is building the application. If the build is successful, you're ready to execute it right now. So right click again the application name, use the run option. Okay, it threw some error. Okay, let's see. Good, errors are always good. Okay, I didn't provide the password, So it says access denied to the user. So small change in my program. In the main method again, in our Java program, the main method, we have this second statement driver.getConnection. We only pass the database URL. You have to pass two more parameters. So put a comma here and again put double quotes opening and closing. And inside this write the username of your database user. My database user is root, right? Then again put a comma and pass a third parameter. And here you are going to provide your password here, correct? Once you have the password ready, the three parameters are passed. The password should be your MySQL password. So once this you are done, the database URL is the first parameter, comma, the second parameter is the username. Make sure you write all the strings in double quote, comma, the third parameter is the password, right? Once this password is entered, okay, your program is ready. Again, save this and select the database, your project name, right click, build it again. It says clean and build, select clean and build option. Again, drag this and open the output. Okay, build is successful. Again, we right click the option and we run the application. And oh, we got all the members name printed. So take a snapshot of this entire screen with the output here and paste it in your homework file, the Word file. Then also copy this program and paste it in your Word file. Similarly, you're all set. Correct, friends? Thank you so much for listening carefully. If you have any questions, paste it on the course blog. Thank you.